Hey friends, Dustin here. You're watching the Life of Lynn channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I appreciate it. Today, we're doing some upgrades because I'm still using our sweet overland off-road adventure vehicle, the 2010 Chevy Duramax with the Shadow Cruiser in the back. This has been a great rig so far. I initially put one solar panel on the top and an old charge controller I found in a drawer that's, I don't know, 15 years old or something. We got some upgrades coming, and a great company, REDODO, I don't know how to pronounce their name, sent us a lithium battery for the old girl. So we're going to upgrade our solar charge controller for the lithium battery and install that lithium battery today. Also, a few other things got to get upgraded. For one, the furnace worked, and I've used it once or twice, and then it kind of works sometimes and kind of doesn't work sometimes. Not sure what's up. We're going to dive into that, make sure that's fixed and working. Also, the 20-gallon water tank, which really didn't need. I decided I've just been using jugs of water in the sink. I decided, well, maybe I'll hook that up. It's got a little pump and stuff. It's leaking everywhere, so I need to see if we can fix that today as well. So we're doing a couple of upgrades on this thing, making it way more better here for the fall. And I got a couple more trips planned already. Even though it's going to start getting cold, it's okay. We can still go on trips. And I'm actually fairly excited if we get that furnace working, because we're going to be up like above 10,000 feet here in October. So that's probably 30s and 40s. It's not going to be hot. So I'm going to jump in. We're going to start working on this thing today. But let me show you this sweet battery I got sent. The guys over at REDODO, formerly known as Zooms. Yes, I know, very Chinese, but that's okay. I would like you guys to try to find a lithium battery that's not made in China, or, you know, parts were made in China, shipped to the US, and then they assembled it here and then put a USA logo on it. It's pretty much impossible. Pretty much all lithium batteries come from China. So, you know, you can pay twice as much for one that has a USA logo on it, or buy a good battery with all the same parts and pay a lot less. I will have a link in the description for this guy. I think they're offering you guys some percentage off on that. I'll have to verify that, but so far, pretty great. 100 amp hour, 12 volt battery, really light for 100 amp hours. We're gonna put that in. Maybe if I can find another solar panel sitting around the shop, I might put another one on the roof. We'll have 200 watts on the top if I have enough room. Also, if you guys are looking for top-notch medical gear and first aid kits, over to refugemedical.com. They haven't sponsored my channel. No big deal. I just buy a lot of their stuff, and I really like it. I think you guys would like it too. Let's go inside. It's a pretty small furnace. It is a forced air furnace. 16,000 BTUs. 12 volts runs the blower and the control panel. Then it's propane powered. Worked pretty good the 2 or 3 times I used it, and now it seems to not kick on half the time, but kicks on the other half of the time. We'll dig into that, see what's going on there. Could be a lot of things. Control boards for these, pretty finicky. Could be the sail switch, which not like a boat sailing, but similar. So when the blower kicks on, there's a little tiny piece of metal next to the blower that it gets pushed from the wind. And that switch indicates to the computer that it is okay to supply gas to the unit because air is flowing through it. Without that air flowing through this unit, she'd overheat real fast and cause a fire if you were just shooting fire through the inside of that heat exchanger. So that is its safety, to make sure that the blower is moving fast enough to get the heat out of your furnace. Pretty likely that that's our problem. That can be caused just by some dirt buildup on it, or the switch is weak, or, you know, if your voltage is too low on your battery, which we might have an issue with. This battery came with the camper, and I have no idea how old it is or how good it is. I think this lithium battery is going to knock that right out of the park. So, could be a couple things. We're going to dig into that. Let's find out. First, let's see if it'll fire right now and either make me a liar or make this really easy to figure out. Just click the thermostat on. Should hear the blower kick on, and then within a couple of seconds the spark. It should light. Oh, there it goes. So it lit that time. Not sure why it does sometimes, not others. Let's take it apart and mess with it. Okay, up close and personal look of the furnace here. Did a quick visual. No burnt, cracked wires. Everything's on the terminals. Control panels down here. Visually, this looks fine. So our issue is the blower comes on and sometimes it won't fire the igniter. So we're probably looking at something in the safety circuit, which is this white wire. We're going to use our ohm meter and just see if the other side of this switch. Yep, all good. Okay, so I know that's not our issue. And our white wire is going to be coming from the other side of the furnace. The next thing on our safety device list is going to be that sail switch. So it shouldn't be activated right now because the blower's not turning. So we're going to probe that wire. Yep, nothing there. There we go, sail switch triggered. Yep, that's working fine. Shut it back down. So it's a possibility that this battery is going to solve our problems. If it's a better battery, we're going to have a better standing charge on it. That's going to spin that motor just a little bit faster and always trigger that sail switch. Could also be I just take the air compressor and psh, psh, blow around in here and get any dust off that and call it good. So I guess I'm going to clean this real quick. And then we're going to put that battery in down there because we have to take the whole furnace out to get to that sail switch. It's kind of a pain. So everything looks good. Let's jump into doing the rest of it. Upon further inspection, our exhaust port on the outside here. Aw, what were you guys doing in here? Might have been blocking the air intake a little bit. So, clean this up, blow it all out again, and we're gonna call it fixed. All right, got the cushions taken off. And this is what's underneath the cushions up front. A lot of stuff, actually. Emergency bottled water, toolbox. There's our battery box, so let's pull this off. This should have been vented, but clearly the vent wasn't attached. But since we're switching over to a lithium battery, which is not vented, I don't need this anymore. So we can just tape this guy up, keep some more cold air out, or hot air, depending on what time of year. Looks like our date is 4/17, so that puts this battery at 5 years old. I don't know how well it's been maintained, so we could be seeing some issues here. Also, some of these connectors are subpar. And while I'm back here and this is out, I'm gonna see about our plumbing issue, why this water tank seemed to leak when I tried to fill it. Oh, that would be why. Okay, well, the water pump output broke off. All right, yep, that's stuck inside the end of this tube. That's not ideal. Well, let's see if I can get that going. Well, that doesn't stay in there very well. Anyway, we'll try to remedy this situation while we're back here putting this new REDODO, younger, bolder, stronger battery in there, and see how it goes. And we're gonna pair that up with, I got a brand new charge controller here, just a little guy, because this is not a huge solar system. RENERGY, those guys, I've been buying stuff from them for years. Still haven't sponsored the channel, but maybe someday. This is a 10 amp Wanderer series, got USB ports and stuff, and it's going to track our sun and battery through its display there. Pretty cool. We're going to be putting that on and replacing this old RENERGY charger that I found somewhere. Look at this little guy. Just plop right down in there. All right, pump's out, battery's out, and oh look, there's a hole. Yeah, you can see my truck bed. Huh. Guess that was a drain for the lead acid. We're not going to need that for the new lithium battery, so I'm going to tape up the vent, tape up the drain, get this thing wired in here. We'll put that new charge controller on. And we're gonna retest the furnace. See if we got more juice. It's a new day, because I still had problems yesterday. Attempted to use the furnace after we cleaned it, hooked up the new battery, and it didn't work. So it worked twice, then I worked on it, and then it didn't work. So yeah, we still have issues, clearly. Got our furnace apart here. This is back when they made things out of metal, which is nice, as long as you don't bend any of these fins and get her out of balance, but we got some weights we can add on there. This is all working really good. Nice and clean in here. Let me show you our sail switch. It's like one of the simplest devices, but it's kind of hard to get to. That's our sail switch. Simply the air movement from our blower, clicks that over, tells the computer that, hey, it's okay to provide gas to the furnace and light it. All right, look inside at our sail switch, just a little piece of foil tape on there. Gonna increase the surface area of that switch so it'll be easier to activate it. Make sure everything's nice and clean. We're gonna go ahead and reassemble the blower. Put all the parts back together, button up the sides, and put it back in our off-road camping rig. See how it goes. Well, a few more minutes of testing went by, and I have determined that intermittent issues with our power control board, that guy, because I found this other one out of a broken furnace I had laying around, and by the way, all these are pretty much the same for every different size of furnace from like the 1980s up until now. So they're pretty interchangeable, and yeah, so I hooked it up. Let's test it out. There's our blower timer kicking on like it's supposed to. Yep. There we go. And heat. Alright. Furnace is finally fixed. We're going to swap this board out real quick. Take all this broken junk off here and mount it to our furnace. Put everything back together in here. Well, there you have it. Our off-road adventure rig is good to go for another trip. And now we got heat. I'm suspecting it's going to be probably touching 38 degrees or so overnight up where I'm going, which is a little bit chilly. You know, you can camp in that. That's not really an issue, but if you got a furnace, you might as well use it. I'll probably keep her set at about 50 degrees, so it won't come on unless it gets pretty chilly in here. I did add something else. Yeah, no, I'm not into TVs and campers, but this is an HP computer monitor. I can light it on the road now. That's right. Or play Xbox. Yeah, probably not that one. I've also replaced the flooring. Went with a nice laminate. Got rid of the white carpet that was in here. And now we're just going to have this one brown piece of carpet that is removable. Nice. I was going to add one more solar panel to this, but the roof space is so tight that if I put that solar panel up there, there'll be no room to stand if I need to work on something. So we're just going to leave it with the one for now and see how she does. It's pretty efficient with the LED lights that I have in here. Plus I've got that new solar generator that I can literally just sit right down in here and use it if I need to, and then recharge it with its own solar panel. But so far, everything has really come together in this unit. Yes, it's small, but this whole thing fits in the back of a short box, heavy-duty truck. I can cook, I can sleep, I can edit videos, I've got power. We'll have water for now. We'll go back to the water jugs. No worries whatsoever. And there you have it. Guys, I've been real happy with this rig. And it's good in a pinch in case catastrophe happens or you're an area that's being evacuated for one reason or another. You've got a home on wheels. I keep this thing fully stocked with clothes and food year round. And of course it has power and everything ready to go. So you can just throw your go bags in there, grab the fam, throw them in your truck, and get on the road. Guys, thanks for joining me on this episode. Big shout out over to the guys at REDODO Battery, formerly known as Zooms. They just emailed me this morning, actually. There's a 3% discount code for you guys, and that's on top of the cheapest price I've ever seen for a 100 amp hour lithium battery. It's less than $300 right now for a lithium battery. Yeah, go get one. I'll have the links down in the description, so jump down there, take a peek. Let me know what you guys think. Guys, appreciate you watching so much. I got more videos coming out soon, so subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button. Thank you guys again. God bless you. We will see you next time.